Are you an army officer or enlisted personnel? Do you think you are in the right job but in the wrong armed forces? Or are you a former military who just left less than 3 years ago and cannot fit in into the civilian world? I have an opportunity for you. Please stick with me until the end.
Pressure is mounting on the ADF to recruit tens of thousands of personnel by 2040 amid growing pressure from China and Russia. Melbourne has hosted a 3-day careers fair to encourage new applications into any one of its more than 250 jobs on offer.
Australian Army open for overseas applicants for year 2023, but they are only going to start accepting applicants on March 1, 2023. So take note of that. You cannot submit the application now, or your application will be void. Okay. Here's the eligibility. You need to be a current serving member of a foreign military service. Or if you're already a civilian, you need to left less than 3 years ago. And take note of this, 5 years of full military experience. 5 years, not 4, not 3, 5, okay? Or more. Qualifications that you need to have is you need to have skills that can be transferable to their army. Like if they need transport operator or army mechanics or special forces or snipers, those are skills. Okay? If you have deployment, that would be the best. You can put it in your application. And there's an age limit, less than 48 years old at the time of application. Okay. Last but not least, you need to be able to demonstrate proficiency in English language. Now you're already eligible. After checking the eligibility, what's next? Application process. The process will take around 18 to 30 months from the initial expression of interest. Yes, long. Because they need to screen you. You need to have a security clearance. They need to do background check you. They will also need to issue a visa for you and for your family if you have wife and kids at the time of application. Okay. All this are needed for you to be successful in your application. Okay, your CV that is focused on your military achievements. Okay. The more skills that you put there, the more deployments that you put there, the higher the chance. After you submit all those, it will be reviewed and to confirm that your skills and qualifications can be readily transferred to their army. Then the next one would be medical. This one, I know a lot of us have injuries here and there. We just don't want to admit it. But yes, they will. You need to be checked by a doctor. And you should be physically and medically fit before you can proceed to this application. Okay. After that, they will issue, the Australian Army will apply an employer nomination scheme, subclass 186 visa. This is good stuff. I'm going to tell you why. With this visa, you can live, work, study in Australia indefinitely, sponsor eligible relatives to come to Australia, apply for Australian citizenship if eligible. By the way, if you don't want to be an Australian, don't bother applying for this job because you're going to be in the armed forces. So you need to be their citizen. Okay. Okay. The next agenda that I want to discuss is vacancies. Vacancies are broadly grouped into officer and other ranks. Other ranks, that means people like, sergeant, corporal, like my rank. Okay. There's a minimum educational requirement for it. minimum level of education equivalent to an Australian higher school certificate year 12. Okay, that's for if you're gonna apply for an officer. If you're gonna be an enlisted personnel like private, corporal, lance corporal, sergeant, etc., then you need to have completed a level of education equivalent to an Australian secondary school certificate year 10, plus a level of basic military training equivalent to theirs. I bet if you're already a military, you finish all this training. Okay. Next is the availability of vacancies. That doesn't mean you apply for the specific role, you will get it, because it needs to be vacant for you to fill it in. Okay. What else do you need to know? Okay. You need to email your CV resume specifying your military experiences, your military courses that you took, the deployments. And if you click this link, there's a format that you need to follow. You cannot just make your own CV because this is the military. Okay. It's gonna be like that. Your rank, name, your current unit, all this, follow their format, or else they won't even look at your application. Okay. Then the full application is gonna be like this. The key components are all this: your civilian certs, your trade courses, your military trade course, your military service history, your promotions, your unit. If you keep your annual performance appraisal reports, that would be the best. They in there too. The last few important topics that I want to highlight is the letter of offer. Okay. If you obtain a successful result during the selection board, you have been medically cleared, and there is a vacancy in your identified trade, you may be extended a letter of offer. Take note of this. This is your formal job offer, which you must either accept or reject within 14 days. Okay? It will specify the employment category, rank, and pay details along with the initial posting details, your unit, your location. Australia is a big country. Yeah. All those things are going to be on the letter of offer. Then the next one is the visa. Visa will take time. Department of Home Affairs visa processing can take between 6 and 12 months. So don't rush them. All these things take time. Resignation from current service. You cannot serve two masters, okay? So you need to tell them the date of your discharge separation from your current military service. Your appointment enlistment. Before you go to your posting in Australia, you need to report to your embassy in your home country. You will be required to attend an Australian embassy or high commission to confirm your appointment enlistment. This will be before your enlistment in Australia. If you have any more questions, you can contact this email and not your local embassy. This email, okay? They can answer all your queries. I will include the website of Australian Army on the description, okay? I hope this video helps you and gives you hope. Please like, subscribe, and train hard.